Well, hello everyone. One of my great enjoyments is receiving emails like this one, and it's from someone called Tony, and this is what he's got to say for himself. Hi, I really like your YouTube channel. I find lots of helpful information on it. Hope you're doing well and keep up the good work. My name is Tony, born and raised in Sweden. My English is not that great. Well, I disagree, it's fantastic. So let's get on with it. I've been working spiritually with myself, and I've practiced shamanism over the years. One night I felt a calling, and when I have this kind of calling, feelings, I know it's time to go into meditation. During these meditations I often get a deep insight or some kind of vision. This time it was different, but very, very clear. In this meditation I was travelling in a canoe with two dark men with big feathery hats. It kind of looked like those hats that English guards have, but no doubt this was in Africa. As we were travelling down the river, I noticed and I thought to myself, why am I just sitting here as some kind of royalty and not helping? So I grabbed a long stick that reached the bottom of the river so I could push and help us forward that way in the boat. As soon as I did this, one of the men turned round and loudly said as clear as day, Ajuwakia. I'll try again. Ajuwaka. I think that's right. Or maybe Aiwaka. I think Aiwaka. I jump up from the meditation and I went online. Is there a word Aiwaka? And what does it mean? I found that Aiwaka is a shaman in the Acholi culture in northern Uganda. And the men with the feather hats? Yes, I found pictures of them too. Traditional Acholi warriors. The thing that makes this so powerful is that I've never ever heard of Aiwaka, Acholi, or even had any interest in African spiritualism whatsoever, because I've based all my work upon Nordic traditions and of course homebrewed shamanism. I know very, very little about Uganda as well. I'm truly 100% honest in this, and it nearly blew my mind. But it doesn't end there. In later meditations, these two men took me to an ayahuasca, and this ayahuasca really helped me with spiritual things. After this, I received in my mind a picture of an African child in need. I was wondering what that meant at first. Was it some kind of a metaphor? I went online and I searched for Acholi traditions. I found Foundation 22 stars. As I saw 22, my jaw dropped. Number 22 has followed me for years. This is truly a sign without a doubt. I cannot really grasp it myself. It's so wonderful and weird. I have, what I know of, no ancestral blood from Africa or nothing. Foundation 22 Stars is based in eastern Uganda, helping Acholi children to get food, medicine and education. The Acholi is a refugee from northern Uganda, a part of Uganda that has had wars and all the other horrors that come with it. I have the feeling that this ayahuasca I'm in contact with will have been dead for at least 50 years. This ayahuasca is most probably was very powerful and respected. From what I've understood by reading, ayahuascas are mostly women, but this one is male. Why did this ayahuasca contact a person in the far north to help someone down in Uganda? I truly don't know. But somehow I heard his call and got great help myself from him. This is maybe a payment or a task I'm asked to do in return. It is possible that that child's ancestor is trying to help them from the other side. I consider myself a beginner, but sometimes when I think about all the shadow work and even dark work I've done. Maybe I'm not a beginner at all. Can this be the so-called shamanic calling? Blessings, Tony. Well, what a wonderful treat that email is, of course. And so now here we are. I've been giving this meme subliminally all throughout the time that I've been reading out his story, because it illustrates something really important. There is Robin, and Robin speaks to Batman, and Robin says, "In my past life I was," and Batman says, "You live every life simultaneously. Time is an illusion." So this fits perfectly with Tony's story, because if something happened 50 years ago, or 500 years ago, or 2,000 years in the future, so what? It's hard for us to grasp this fact. Time is an illusion. Clearly, he was doing shamanic journeying. Clearly, what shamanic journeying does is enables us to step onto different timelines, what people call parallel realities or alternate universes. It's all the same thing, isn't it? So that story, which is far more than a story but actually a genuine experience that he had there, you can see how he's been guided and how he'll probably go on to help people in Uganda as a result of that experience through this 22 Stars Foundation. But there's something more. Africans in certain parts of Africa have a very strong sense and awareness of having been alive in other places before. You'll come across parts of Africa where they know of their connection between themselves and people living extraterrestrial lifetimes, particularly the dog star Sirius. There's a connection for some people in Africa with that particular constellation, Sirius. So there is a lot there. So this really catapulted me into a series of meditations and contemplations which I have been involved with over the last several weeks. That one actually, I think, was the 30th of March he sent that, so a couple of weeks. So this is just the beginning. We're going to continue to explore this one, but I'll leave you again with the meme. In my past life I was. You live every life simultaneously. Linear time is an illusion. Thank you very much.